Alright, so this is the story of how I accidentally became a famous person at a meet and greet. Alright, so I'm gonna explain how this happened. And how I became a famous person at this meet and greet. So earlier this week, a YouTuber named Maiphammy, she announced that she was going to be in West Edmonton Mall doing a meet and greet with people, and I got kind of excited. I thought, oh, I should bring the camera, get some good images, some videos, and while I was in line at that meet and greet waiting for her to get there, I was probably maybe about an hour, maybe an hour and a half early, and I was just chatting with these 13-year-old girls, and I was like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I took videos and what people would think. And so immediately these girls are like, yo, we'll hold your spot, go and do this, see what happens. And so I started filming, and this is when things got wild. So people were asking me if I was like filming for Maiphammy, and I was like, oh, well, if she wants the footage, she can have it. So I was saying yes, and it got really, really out of hand. So people were coming up to me, taking pictures with me. They were shouting at me. Everybody wanted a little piece of me, which was really cool because I've never experienced that before. One person even asked me for an autograph. And I've never seen so many people come up to me in my life and say, what's your Instagram? What's your Snapchat? How is it like working with Maiphammy? And I'm like, I can't answer this. I'm like, oh, ha ha ha, this is really fun. We don't film together and anything like that. And so people were like, kind of like, oh, so you just take the videos? And I'm like, well, I just take videos. I wasn't really saying I was exactly her camera person. But, so people kept on just going crazy over me. Absolutely crazy. And I just kept on walking around, taking all these videos, and more people started to believe I was her actual camera person. And at this point, there was probably about, I don't know, 700-800 people maybe in line to meet her. And all these people were freaking out that I was up there. They were shaking my hands, and I ended up meeting two other YouTubers named John and Ash. They were super cool. I thought they were filming with Mai actually, but they were filming for their channel. I met Mai's brother. I actually spoke with CTV News and security. Security thought I was actually a part of the team, which was crazy. So they're like, oh, how did you meet Mai? And oh, it was insane. Everybody was asking me this, and I really hope one day that I do become famous like that, because it was like such an exhilarating rush of all these people. But I do have to say, Mai is such a sweetheart, honestly. Oh, Maiphammy, if you're watching this one day, like, girl, I really, really want to meet up with you again, just because you're such an amazing hugger, and like, you're so kind. Oh my god, girl, so kind. But yeah, so I ended up ditching my friends that I made in line with these like little 13-year-olds, because I felt really bad like just cutting in line and taking a picture, especially if people thought that I was actually her like videographer taking all these videos. And so I went to the very back of the line after, and I ran into some of the people that I met in line, and I ended up explaining to them at the end that I wasn't actually with Mai's team. I was just filming for the fun of it. But still, I got so much attention from this. Like, it was insane. I ended up meeting some of her friends, and I got her brother's email just so that I could like pass on this footage that I took to them, because it was insane. Like, all like the reactions I got from this, like, it was just so genuine, and I loved every second of it. And hopefully some of this footage is usable for you, because I got a lot of it, maybe about 2 hours worth. Like, I have a 64GB memory card and it's full, and I had to download half of this onto my computer so that I could film this part right here explaining what happened. I'm still shaking a little bit from this because, like, I don't know, I had maybe like I don't know, 40 people follow me on Instagram. And like that may not seem a lot for like some people like that are super super big, but for me, oh my god, that was insane. My YouTube account, that got a lot more followers too. It went from 17 to like, I don't know, something in the 20s, which is really good because like I haven't filmed in, I don't know, 5 months because I haven't had anything to film in Edmonton. But I like, ooh, if I could do this again, just to reach out to someone, like I would do it in a heartbeat because I loved every second of it. I love seeing everybody's energy, and yeah, I got famous off this basically. Everybody saw me and they kept on screaming for me to come over to them. I still can't believe people were asking to take pictures with me. That's pretty insane. Like girls were coming up hugging me. I've never experienced something like this, and I would love to experience it again. Maiphammy, if you ever need anybody to ever just come out and take videos or pictures with you, I would love to be that person. Honestly, I had such a blast today, even just filming it and seeing everybody react and see how excited they were to meet you. And honestly, I love the joy it brought people, and I was super excited to come down. But yeah, it's crazy how things like this can happen and how it can get out of control really fast. And yeah, I would really love to connect with you in the future. Maybe even make a follow-up video on this with you, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen because I only have like, I don't know, 22 subscribers. You're almost at 900,000. Way to go, girl, on that, actually. That's really impressive, and I'm proud of you for being 16 and being able to achieve something like that. But all I have to say is thank you for the wonderful opportunity that I had today. If you're ever at a meet and greet and you happen to have a Canon camera with you, don't do what I did, because it can get out of hand and I don't want anyone to get in trouble because of this. I could have gotten in trouble because it was like me saying I was a part of the team, and I wasn't. I wish I was. That'd be amazing. But it went out of hand, and I love everybody I met today. I will put as many as your Instagrams or Snapchats or even just your YouTube accounts. I'll tag you in them. And I just had a blast. I met so many amazing people today, and Maiphammy, I hope I get to meet you again before you move. But yeah, lesson learned, don't pretend to be a camera person, even if it's fun, because people will automatically assume that you're someone important, and it gets out of hand. Although I did love the feeling. It was cool. But yeah, that's the story of how I became famous at West Edmonton Mall during a Maiphammy meet and greet. And I had a blast. If anybody has pictures with me, send them my way, because that was really cool. I love that. And yeah, I want to see all the Snapchat stories. So many people were filming me. But yeah, peace guys.